And just like that, we return to all the brand new story. Well, for me, a brand new story. For those that can't remember where we left off, this is where I ended with Yanase, my original intended streamed character. So anything from this point going forward, brand new, absolutely don't know what's going to happen. A little bit scared. I've heard there is emotions from this point onwards. So... go to the deep plot, summon a primal. You look into the part we made with Gerard. I mean, it won't be the first time I've pretended to be someone in a bad spot. I'll be inside. What am I doing? Not even for this money. Man, this is the second time we have to do this. The second time. Do I look the piece? Now we play the winning game. Bro, I recognize that face.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Ah, shit.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Yeah, that is a different voice. Like, I can actually recognize the difference in the voice. I like
The
it.
famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot.
No shit, Sherlock.
You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals.
Move the mask. It's gonna be Albert or something, isn't it? Albert. Whatever his name is. Unless he was dead. I don't think we killed him. He ran away
however,
last time.
If you think that we procured them to summon a primal, we used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for
I mean, that would be
Alameda
pretty cool,
liberation.
actually, if we fought alongside Ifrit.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
Then call me. I care for liberation, sir.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god.
Do we have to fight them all? Again?
Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
And if there's an Ifrit to kill, I'll get it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Yeah, and I'm gonna set you place 3.
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference.
Don't pin it on
You
me,
saved
mate.
me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
Huh.
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none. Courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I don't know whether to be like, thank you, or
I
fuck
know
you.
that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Well, for now, leaves me and you to take out a primal. You okay with that? too much change. Wee. Hi, Thancred. Well, you'll be happy to hear we found some fella. Ah, your stolen will be angry. Mainly angry, I think. No shit, she's always angry. What is he planning? What on earth was that noise? Oh, I might have to leave. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave quickly.
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
Which means a certain someone else is here. So we meet again, huh?
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
Hey, didn't we beat you last time?
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light,
That's alright.
on the other hand,
I appreciate it.
that
I
would
really do
soon
appreciate
plunge
it.
Eorzea
That's
into
alright.
chaos.
You have a good fun session
One
tonight.
life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Maybe if it wasn't my life.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle, defend me!
Good boy!
Since you will offer more than mere target practice.
Good boy! Catching the arrow. Oh, that is adorable.
Alize!
Oh, come on, get up. You're a red mage.
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Oh, no, you're a summoner. Huh, I always saw her as a red mage. Unless she is, and I'm just...
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy...
Man,
all
why is
we
that
hold
not
dear,
something a
then
summoner
you
can
shall
do?
die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Yes. Let's. Healing?
You should fall soon enough.
Push, guys, there's no way to heal them anymore. They're cheating using the echo, you know. They're just cheating, you know. The Warriors of Darkness, why wouldn't they cheat?
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Dude, why are you going into a position of as a dancer? Don't start fighting right now. I'm gonna just... One,
We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop.
3. Don't start a fight right now. I'm just making an energy drink. Don't do it.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Like, why is that not a class what she gets? It's so badass. I mean, it's technically paladin with a glowy sword.
They come.
First. How do I give him more? How do I channel ether? How do I do it? The game didn't exactly tell me, it's just... What everyone else is doing it.
Lucina Exalt 1 has invited one to join the conquest.
Oh, hello, Lucina, hello, my apologies. I'm going to need 1 second as I'm in a quite important fight of the story. Thank you so much for the raid as well. How is things going? healer. I hate that I can't interact with the Blade of Light yet. Yeah, it's right there. What's going on? Limit break time, motherfucker!
Done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
So that's what a raid wipe feels like from the other side of the table. Feels good. Hello there, Lucina. How you doing today? Welcome on in. What you are up to? Let's have a quick look. Although what I'll do is I'm gonna just quickly hush the shout out. Probably. Oh, where's the? Oh, it is hushed at the moment. How were you playing Persona 3? How did it go? Did you get quite far? Any further at all? If you guys aren't, by the way, already,
Alize,
please make sure you go and give Lucina a good old follow. They are an absolutely lovely streamer. If you love what you see here, you'll love what you'll see there.
Dizzy, but otherwise fine.
I assure you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
No, I'm too angry to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals?
Oh, heck yes.
You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift,
I do look forward to actually watching all the replays through. So I'll probably do it the same way I did with Persona 5. I'll watch a playthrough. Why? Because I can.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Yeah, but I can break your jam.
Wait!
Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
Die.
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence.
No, not erased from existence, but completely changed. It's becoming a realm of light.
We did everything
The
right.
world's still there, it's just super light.
Everything that was asked of
It's
us.
the
and
opposite of a
still-
void.
Still, it came to this. You of all people should understand. We cannot, we will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
Wait, why is Fancred here? He doesn't have Ether in his system anymore. He shouldn't be able to do this.
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save.
Just realised I can actually make my supplement shake.
Minfilia.
Well, kind of.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
So what she's saying here is, I will come and I will absorb the light.
I will suffer this farce no longer.
I will absorb the light. Are you fucking serious, man? I get that I go around punching gods, but you really go around and hit the god of gods?
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
So we're gonna have to say
orchestrated
goodbye.
all of this, not to save her, but to send her away.
I mean, at least he'll be safe.
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time.
See you again
and space.
someday. I promise. We'll see you again. We'll go world hopping.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati, I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
It would seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
Farewell, Minfilia. You were the best scion mum we could
Strange
hope
feeling.
for.
So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Okay. So I'm hoping that's what was going on there. Basically, she is going to the first so she can absorb the light from that planet. And try and keep it as well as possible. She fells it.
Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
Ouch. Oh, and it's only going to get worse, isn't it? Oh, I've got to be right back. emotional state. Oh, poor Fulham. Can't believe Minfilia's now officially. That's it. That's it for Minfilia, by the way. Unless we meet her again in the first, that's it. So, yeah. So. We found Minfilia, and she said goodbye. I was but a skater boy, and she said, "See you later, boy." Pray return to the Rising Stone. Oh, I'm so excited because we unlock so much now for this game as well. Because we're obviously going to unlock, say, all the other bits after. Oh! We'll just quickly unlock the hard or extreme version. The ballad. So that is yet another one to be completed in due time. That I really need to sit down at some point with some friends and we just need to go through all of these. You know, I want to get the Phoenix preferably soon as well. Oh, pretty much got everyone back.
Back in the solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
Ryle, you're one of us. Just wait till Dawn Trials, you'll become even more one of us. I assure you.
You will always be welcome here, Kryle.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. It would be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes.
Oh.
She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
Aww.
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable. And we've always got him to keep us from bickering.
Hi.
But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the warrior?
I'll go where justice needs me. Which also happens to be here. To strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Indeed.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
On to the last patch. A two-parter patch. It's nice to be back.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain.
So who's narrating now?
Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
But why? I'm the warrior of light. I have the inability to die at times.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
there is cause to hope.
So we're gonna learn a little more about Ida or something.
For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Who the hell is he talking to? Oh boy. This white Asian just doesn't know when to quit. Ah, shit! Don't give him the eyes! Fuck! This is where we should have kept one. We should have kept one. Fuck! Oh, these stupid eyes! That's thingy, isn't it? Nero. Yeah, I thought it was. I just say I don't know anyone else that's gets more interested in Allergan tech than him. What are you gonna do? Pilot a weapon? Not on my watch, she won't. Diamond's Forge. What are you planning to do? Tataru, what are you planning? Oh, pardon me. Hello, daughter. Oh, what are you making for me? What are you making? Huh? Oh, no. Concern! Daughter ambush! My lungs! You know what? If you do that again, I'm just going to use a Fantasia just to screw you over. It's a magical powder that allows me to change my height. So, you know. They're going to make some clothes or something for me, aren't they?
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the warriors of darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Tataru!
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention.
Ah, he said the line!
As commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, help! I need some help here!
Oh, Christ. I'm on the way! Don't worry, baby! Help you on the way!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco. God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Oh, God, how?
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa Laminsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to
Look
you.
at her taking
See that
the
she remains
lead.
quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
Sure.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis-Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied.
Oh, it's Papalimo doing the narration. Okay.
And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Don't talk like that, please. Please don't talk like that. I don't like it when people talk like that. I don't like it. I promise you. Ah. We bring ill tidings. An impending war is upon us. I'm very excited to see where this is leading. So if we're going to go and help with a rebellion of an oppressed race, take things back from their captors, we definitely need someone from the underside of Ishgard. Because they know what it's like. I mean, we can stop off and see. It's no big trouble for me. Just tends to make things a bit longer than it wants to be. My lord! Huh. If it ain't the younger brother. Kinda sad he's taking over for Hoshfont, but it makes sense. was a little surprising, yes. Do him proud. I don't know if I've mentioned before, I love that you can use the Conjurer's Guild just to get here. Makes it so much easier. Yurigiri! Pleasure to see you again. Well, found, gone, you know, same thing.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alfino?
Indeed, Elder Seatseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove.
I mean, you can, but it's not going to help.
Elder Seatseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgar's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
I think that went well.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course of it. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Oh, he has a point. We have had a record of just running into their plans. And what about me? Where am I going? Revenants. Oh, there's a new one. One more night in Ampador. So I do have a brand new dungeon to do as well. Note to self. Yeah, yes. You should probably get to bed early and sleep a lot. Oh, wait, I'm sick and I'm not following my own advice despite trying to get to sleep early. I'll be honest, it's something that's really weird. I have been trying to go to sleep early over the last week, right? I usually find that I'm going to sleep about 2 o'clock. Because I just sit there, I just lay there, not being able to sleep for the longest time. not without a ton of death around it. I mean, I'm all good to go. Oh, I'm going back to the Orphan hut. It's not like I literally spent most of today sat here farming crystals. Which, by the way, staff, if you're still there, if you still need wind crystals later on, or tomorrow, or whenever, I think I got you covered with some here. Hilda! Hello, hello, and Pippin! Enrique! Oh my god, everyone! You were saying? Shit. Oh, I mean, we can have some team. So they used fake company colors. I see. I see. Oh, we'll be free. Free for the taking. Not free for you to live in. I wouldn't say saved. I would say under new management. Beelzar's Wall. Here we go. Oh god, they have giant dogs. Ready, team! They look like they're meant to be like some sort of giant pug. I don't know how I feel about giant pugs. Oh, I fell. I was fumbling too much on my keys. Oh well, that happens. Plus, if I had a good healer, so I'm now judging this Formatolish. I wouldn't have gone down. You gotta save yourself, Formatolish. Well, that's helpful. An Imperial identification key. Yeah, we could use that. We could probably make good on that. Probably up here, where it's a security terminal. I don't know though, what do you guys think? Do you think it's up here? I get a feeling it is. So I will say, compared to the other Imperium Gate we did, I kind of do like how, like, different this feels. Magitech Predator. Isn't that from 6? Yeah, isn't this thing from Final Fantasy, like, the one with Terra? Conjure really just stood in the way of that as well. They didn't even magic slide or anything. stand in the way of that, I swear to God. Oh my God. What is wrong with our conjurer? I guess maybe because it's a color that isn't. I guess because it's not orange, they're like, oh, no, I don't need to get out of the way of that. Holy shit, there's so much stuff here. Oh my God! Why is there so many of them? My God, what is this game just throwing stuff right now? We did it. Where next? Oh, shit! Colossal rats! Oh, bye, team! I guess that works too if they go flying, because at least then I don't have to worry about it as much. Oh boy, not more of them. Oh, why? How many more of these little spider shits must be? Oh, there's more. Was this in the intentional design? Why is there so many of them? All the repetitive damage noise is giving me a headache, though. Ow. Thank God we got rid of the big problems now. Let's get rid of these little bastards, please. Thank you. I want to deal with them. We've got to be near me. we've got to be near the end after this one. Say goodbye to your legs! Armored weapon. My health back, you jerk! Okay, how many times you throw me in the air? I'm not paying my taxes! Oh! Cool, we got a lot of things to focus on. Cool. Oh, I see. You're supposed to do absolutely nothing when you're hit with that. My bad. My very bad. You're not meant to do anything at all. Filibuster. Really? We're getting filibuster stuff? This is filibuster. What? It sounded cool in my head, okay? I liked how for a minute there it looked like the airship wanted to punch me. Because I mean, of course it did. I mean, why wouldn't it have wanted to punch me? I'm the warrior of light. I'm gorgeous. up, fellas. Bye, fellas. No greater feeling than kicking their ass. Right, the final boss should be up this. Oh no, they're not going to go back because it's a treasure coffer. Sorry, but we've spoken to everyone. We know that no one has been sent on this wall other than our Amigos. Or revolutionists, or whatever you want to name themselves. I cannot remember for the life of me. I'm too full of a head cold to remember what you were guys called. The Resistance, that was it. I always think of Sonic Sadem to remember that. Guys, we don't have to face it. Oh, we don't have to face it. Something tells me that we have to fight. What's his face in this? Despite this entire time fighting Imperials, we're gonna have to fight Mr. Marsky Man! Mr. Marsky Moo! I probably should have placed in my C1 there. Nope, I should not have. Ha! I love being right. Go on, what demonic transformation do you have? You have the eyes, I know you're gonna do it. Fucking knew it! Fuck's sake, of course it's him! Your reveal is disappointing.
I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah.
know it was gonna be this bastard though. Like, seriously. I mean, all the signs were there. I did not don't mean to aggravate that. Healer. Healer, I made a bad choice. Thank you. I meant to hit the one above it, and I hit this one. Yes, it was sloppy, I know! I'm sorry!
I'll tear you limb from limb. For Alamigo!
Here we go again.
I have you now. How do you like this?
Oh, I see, so they have the eye above them. That means don't look. Do you know what? I should have already known that. Hey, can a mod please get that real quick? Be gone, bot. Also, Santa said I should give you a reward. It's January. It is January, sir. Oh boy. I think I need to go to the bathroom before this happens then. If it's in good stand, I'm going to go to the bathroom and then I'll be right back for this pain. Well, at least I knew it was him. Now, if he does anything else stupid, I'm going to be really pissed at him now.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
Wait, what? Is that? Oh, no, say.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Oh, it's the rest of his crew.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
Yeah, you've been betrayed. I mean, do you know what would have been cooler at this point? Sentinel Scorpion from 7 would have been really good.
How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Bit overkill to do it more than once, guys. Jesus Christ!
Gods help us.
Oh, is this to summon the primal?
Too big. Too powerful.
Is this an attempt to summon a primal right now? Or just a mate to kind of clear the evidence?
Mighty rogue.
Shit. Shit.
There you are.
Bad
As you can
news.
see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now.
What we do is we arrest him and give him to the Emperor. We say this is the guy that decided they wanted to attack.
And we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand. You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
That's why I say we arrest him and give him to the Emperor.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
You're a fucking idiot.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Lack of better terms, you're a fucking idiot, Ilbert. Then again, you've always
Did you
been.
hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on
He's going to become the primal in his eyes, isn't he?
Oh yes, I know their
Oh,
limitations.
fuck's sake.
Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
Who? And don't you say your guy.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
You're lucky I don't have any white oversight to throw in your stupid face. Oh. Oh. Please tell me it just didn't work and he just died. And like, we just leave it here? He's dead, nothing happens? Well, we have to remove these eyes now, because the problem is... Oh, fuck. I was about to say... The Imperials would get hand of it. Whoa, the original theme, back again.
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
You're not.
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent...
No!
I will now attempt to do the same.
Oh, you're not!
That's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Marty, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works. It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
Oh.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this.
I wonder what actual primal he's actually trying to summon here?
Take her! Please, you have to take her!
Like, is there any indication into which primal specifically he's summoning here?
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Shinryu! Ooh! I don't actually get a choice on this, I'm guessing. If I stay... I'm guessing if I stay, it would... only push this thing. Ah, my bad. It would probably go this way anyway.
I think he means now!
The annoying part is that I didn't even get a choice on what to click because I was adjusting my headphones. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he would have. Well,
I bid thee farewell again.
I want him to go knowing we're all safe rather than worrying that we've done something stupid.
Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Don't worry, Papa Limo. One day we'll beat that primal into the ground. I promise you. In your name. And so now we've basically got a second sun that's going to remain there, like in the first Calamity. Oh my god. Oh my god. And it's there now, constantly. Ida, take all the time you need to mourn. Fuck. Oh, pain. Pain, pain, pain. As soon as we've gained everyone, we're just starting to lose everyone again! Who next? Well, if we're gonna lose anyone else, let it not happen during the rest of the stream, okay? I can't deal with losing people like this! Kinda not built for it. Oh, thank God. I mean, on the bright side, at least the eyes of Needhog are now wasted. You know? They can't be used. They are permanently gone now. Although, these circumstances shouldn't have been so dire. So, we have 4 leftover missions, by the way. 4 final missions, and then we'll be ready to start Stormblood in the next stream. That means... oh, gosh, sorry. 1 second. That being said, there's probably some other stuff I need to do in the meantime. I will have to look into Ishgardian restoration in bits, maybe tomorrow. Unfortunately, people are now busy tomorrow, so my original plan's now gone. Or I could do my Pokemon again tomorrow. I don't know. Since I'm doing Pokemon on Saturday, it kind of feels like I might as well just wait. Oh? Oh? That looks like another Doman. I wonder if we're going to Doma soon.
This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course, and set my jaw till I made port.
Guys, we got another drunk one.
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order.
Gasetsu?
I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I needed that comedy after what I just witnessed. Oh.
Far indeed from home, friend.
Oh my god. I was actually not expecting him to fall over despite hunger like that. Oh my god. Oh, that makes me all giddy. You know, if I'm going to New Gridania, and I'm going to the Conjurer's Guild, I am just going to pick up that new dungeon before I forget it. I believe was in here. Yep. Just make sure I run and grab this one before I forget. Then I've just got another dungeon I can run with my friends, which is lovely. Wait, haven't I already done Ambador twice? Oh no, we've done Lost City of Ambador and then Ambador's Keep. That'll explain it. Hey guys! Come on, I would totally wave walking down there.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, they said, no, shit, we ain't touching that shit.
But the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
No shit. They are the similar entities, so, you know.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Anyone? Any suggestions? I can shoot it, but I don't think that'll do much. Hello?
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Oh, hello, Nero! You got the answer, come on down.
What the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
I thought someone had dropped something back there.
Who is this man?
Give him your full title.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former
Thank
tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Alagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Are we gonna wake it? Are we gonna wake the giant spider thing?
I'm sorry. Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the
Alright,
ultimate
you're talking
weapon
too much like
to
a
full
Starian right
operational
now.
capacity.
Stop being so full of yourself and calm the fuck down.
And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flames?
I mean, he has a slight point there. You guys do seem to depend on me a lot. You guys do kind of tell me to go and beat shit up a lot.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I get the feeling this Omega stuff is actually a...
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not?
a separate set of
In the
alliance
event that we
raids.
succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Alagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
It does feel like this is about to open up a big alliance raid. I've still got 2 to go yet.
The Seed Seer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Alagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
What? Don't look at me! No, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Alagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to join.
My blade is yours.
Oh, that side-eye too. Oh, that frat. Oh, that is. Woo. That flipping side-eye to him is just. I'm on to you. Oh. Why? Why can't I jump it? Why must you be this way, game? Yeah, the eyes of thunder on him. Let's. When you guys can do that, I'm a fly.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight.
We don't need it.
It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans
Oi.
truly are.
Watch yourself.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in Magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure
Yeah,
to...
get him, daughter! Slam him! Our Magitech kettle sounds pretty cool.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much
How you
point
feeling
staying
now?
just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
No. I thought she had to dodge out of the way for a second there.
Why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid.
You have to shout, man.
Over
right
a
here.
most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly, but now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gozetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Well, I would like a vacation to Doma. And I would like you to come with me as part of hospitality.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy...
Other than being loud, I like this guy. But he's loud for a reason. Which I respect. Yes, my daughter? Yes, I do remember. She made me an outfit? You made me an outfit. Oh god, what's this gonna look like? Oh my god, it's gorgeous! I love the jacket. Oh, I love it. Oh, Tataru! Oh, it is amazing! Even a little monocle. I can finally be fancy. I can be fancy when I drink my cup of tea. Oh. We are close. So I'm getting a bit. Baba Booey. Oh, that guy's called Baba Booey. Oh my god. Wait a minute, he's how I feel. Hey guys. Oh, it's an instance, really? Okay.
Now, where was that? Ah!
I found my save data.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Oh, birthdays.
All the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
Another hammerer, though.
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Wait, so we got 3 DPSs in the group. 3 DPS in 1 tank.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
They're definitely gonna have to make the hammer a class with all this. Not enough! I will tell you that for nothing. You didn't bring enough. You act like I haven't fought that many of you before. Exactly. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh? A Nero toy? Is it a hammer with legs? Oh, it's his mech! I mean, we weren't struggling before, but... my god, this is just a lot. This is a lot. That's it, you interrupted my cup of tea, mister. Nobody interrupts a Brit's cup of fucking tea. And usually gets to live, so... You kind of have yourself to, yeah. Come back with Earl Grey, you bitch!
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Oh, 5 more minutes, guys, please.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
Can I press the button?
Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
I'll beat the living shit out of it!
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
What do you think? It's important we get your idea.
What do I think?
Yes. We're here to listen.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes.
You know what, Ida? Go ahead. I wanted to press it, but go ahead.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you.
free, my pretty. Show us what you can do.
I don't like how he said that.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Yo! What the fuck? That thing looks badass! We're ready to flip in. Ah, Roboverse Dragon. Yo! What the Oh my god, wait, we fight that thing! I've seen that thing in like boss video compilations. Yay! I mean, it's a Trials one, I believe, so it's not one we're gonna face for a while, but yay! They took back the design of Force Omega and changed slightly. Yeah, he's officially gone now, the barrier is broken. The only thing that would remain now is his spirit in a similar way to Bahamut. But that's not going to happen if this guy don't regen. But I do recognize this thing as something we fight, because I remember this bit when you climbed along its tail. I can imagine what it would be like if they reanimated this in the 16 style. How much more detailed it would look. Fire! It's charging something big! What the fucking raid wipes? We're both wiping a raid here. What the fuck? Eat this, blue! Great, we set off a nuke right next door to Gridania. That was smart. So it's gone off, and we've gone off.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
It doesn't see any more power, so it's turned off.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
We are definitely fighting this thing later on. I'd be proud of you, you know.
Omega destroyed the cocoon.
What?
Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Wait, the tattoos have a meaning like that? Hi, new friend. I'm sorry, her tattoo disappeared. Is her identity free? Was Papalimo acting like a dampener to her? To her power? The only thing I can think of is that Papalimo was actually holding something. Well, I don't think I will, because I got one more mission, and that's it. This is the final mission. I am Fluffy Panda. We're actually just finishing up. This is the final mission of the night. The final quest. Oh yeah, I may have not got a lot of topsoil, by the way. Mainly level 2 shroud topsoil. I do need to go and see my group as well. It does feel kind of unreal that we're about to reach. Oh boy. That's alright, Panda. You have a nice night, and I'll see you when I see you. I was probably going to jump on it tomorrow for firmament stuff. If you would like, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I could hold off till tomorrow night if that's any easier on ya. I'm deciding to give Magic the Gathering a skip this week because I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, so... Yeah, what I can do then is I can hold off for tomorrow night. And we can, well, I can go into it tomorrow night. And, I mean, actually, have you got it on your alpha character yet? Or is your alpha character still quite far behind? I can't remember. Problem is remembering which your character's from which server now for me. Kuro out is far. Asta is close. I mean, different isn't bad.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
Final steps of faith. That's the Needhog stage, yeah?
Worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the
I mean,
far
at every
side.
point I could try and help with that as well. Although I'm not going to be much help, I don't think.
It was like
at the
watching a
moment.
nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
I mean, tomorrow I'll probably look at maybe some of the dungeons and bits as well.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
I do have quite a few dungeons to do.
She's up on the
bosses
platform,
to
lost
do
in
and
thought.
whatnot.
We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would
I don't
welcome
know, I'm a
some
bit
company
nervous about
after
doing it
all.
as a tank.
Shall
Because,
we?
obviously, I don't know the boss's mechanics. And I don't want them doing around going, God damn it, tank. Then again, a lot of the fights are two tanks, so...
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
It's finally happening.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old.
What?
My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she
So you're
was
not
strong
Ida, but her
and
sister.
kind, and always knew what to do.
What's your real name?
But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too. And I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
Oh.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
Oh boy, tears. Sometimes it's better to say nothing at all.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role.
Same reason we cosplay.
Papalimo
I
agreed to help,
understand it.
of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to
So
me.
what's she gonna do now? That's the question.
The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it.
Hey, we're all individuals here. You can stay with us if you want.
So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
So you're gonna become the new rebellion leader? Now that Griffin's out of the way? Question mark, please? Be another girl boss?
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker.
I love how this is being used for like the instruction for the next part, next expansion. Hey, don't leave without me now. She's an Alamegan resident now. She is. She's now our companion in Alamegan. Why DragonSong? Why do you do this to me? No, stop it. That's alright, you have a good night and I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna accept this mission and then we're calling it. Oh, I love the song so much. I love the song so much. Get proud of me, Dad. That's cute. We will free Alamigo. I'll let you know that one. That's kind of bittersweet. Like, he doesn't hold too much resentment for Ilberd. To the point he swears off. Oh boy. They're still not Xenos, we don't care. Far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to the eastern skies and behold the crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. To be continued. And that goes for us as well, guys. We're going to be calling it here for the night. Thank you to everyone that has joined. Wow, I did not realize it was this late. We're not even going to go to a stream ending here, guys. I think we're just going to end off because I am tired. So everyone, have a lovely night. Thank you all for popping in. I'll see you next week for Stormblood. And until then, Credit Streets of Arcadia Network, I'm signing out.